Am I the asshole for calling the police on my daughter's fiancé? I'm a single dad of 2 girls. Megan 23, and Zoe 17. I'm doing well financially. Note I'm not rich, in fact I raised my girls under tough circumstances, but I made sure they'd everything they needed. Megan is engaged. They've been saving for the wedding for months now. They're struggling. I got Megan a car when she was 18 that she hasn't been able to fix because of rent, saving for the wedding, daily expenses etc. I understand that cheap cars require constant maintenance, but it was a great gift for her, especially since she wanted to be independent. Zoe's 18th birthday is next month. I got her a Hyundai that cost me $5,000. It runs perfectly. This is the first car Zoe owns. She has no experience in driving, so I wanted to get a car with less issues. Zoe likes it and can't wait to drive it. The key will be handed to her on her 18th birthday. It's been in the garage for 2 months now. It sure needs cleaning and will be as good as new. Days ago, Megan's fiancé started complaining about needing a car since Megan's car can no longer run. He said that he was tired of using public transportation to go places like the hospital and school, and said that they're literally broke because public transportation is expensive. He asked if he could borrow the Hyundai we have in the garage. But I told him no. That is a gift and cannot be given to anybody. I offered to lend him $100, but he refused, saying he will never take money from me. 2 days ago, I returned from work. Zoe was looking upset and worried. I asked what was going on and she told me Megan's fiancé came and took her car, the Hyundai. I asked her when and she said at 10 a.m. So he was gone for almost 10 hours. She told me he found the keys in my office and got the car out of the garage. She told him not to take, but he took it. I was mad. I called him. He didn't SNSWER. I called Megan. She was out with friends. I told her her fiancé took her sister's car and wasn't answering the phone. Told her he should have never touched it and that I'd call one more time then go to the police. She said I was overreacting and he'll return it later. I got fed up. At 7 p.m. I called the police and reported the car stolen. He got picked at 9 and was taken to the station. Megan came home yelling at me, telling me that I just caused her fiancé to spend a night in jail and that they already took permission from Zoe, but Zoe denied it. I argued with her that I already told him no. Doesn't matter if they took permission, I'm the one who's responsible for the car, it's not Zoe's yet. I talked to the officers and he got released in the morning. Megan didn't stop calling me an asshole, saying I overreacted, completely ignoring that this is her sister's gift he took. He wants an apology from me, but I refused to have them come to my house after this. I could tell Zoe felt worried and upset and clearly couldn't deal with Megan's fiancé's behavior. As a parent, I had to do something, even if this upsets Megan.
Not the asshole. He ignored your words, went into your home, went into your office, took the keys, ignored your daughter and stole the car from your garage. He then took it for the entire day and didn't respond to your calls. You had every right to call the cops. Don't let them try to pretend like you're wrong here. Not the asshole, but keep an eye out, they might start unfairly pressuring Zoe. She's young and it can be hard to say no to pestering older relatives.
Not the asshole. It is your property until you hand it to your daughter, and then it is still technically partially yours. If you're denied it, he had no right to take the vehicle. It sucks to be an adult sometimes and learn consequences to actions. I think you did the right thing and took justified action. You even told your daughter what you would do if you couldn't get a hold of him. She was trying to call you on your bluff, when you weren't bluffing.
Not the asshole. He stole your car. I'm also wondering if it's even insured yet. What would have happened if he had a wreck? Again, not the asshole.
NTA. He took the vehicle without permission after being explicitly told no. Both your eldest and her fiancé felt they had the right to it anyways. Serves him right that he spent the night in jail.
Not the asshole. Weird how they can't afford to get her car fixed but has money to go out with. Your next step should be filing eviction papers to get the thief out of your house.
Not the asshole. And I think you should have a serious conversation with your daughter about her and her fiancé's behavior. There is no possible way I would tolerate interacting with him in any way, nor her, yelling. If anything, she should have been apologetic for her fiancé's stupidity. The gumption to do that and then react that way about the consequences is baffling to me.
Not the asshole. They're under financial strain because they're saving for a wedding. Bad priorities. The reason the older daughter's car doesn't work is because she and her fiancé can't afford to repair it. They can't afford to repair it because they are saving for a wedding. Bad priorities. Their financial problems and their transportation problems are the results of their bad financial priorities. Adults are allowed to make foolish decisions. Adults are not allowed to steal a car and, I suspect, bully a teenager to do so because they made foolish financial decisions.
Not the asshole. He's a thief.
NTA. Your future son-in-law is a thief and your daughter is enabling it change the locks of your house. Not the asshole. He stole the car. You reported it stolen. Info. Why can't the fiancé buy a car? What does he do? But in this situation, definitely not the asshole. Edit. Grammar. Rating.
Not the asshole. You told them what you planned to do. They ignored you. Pretty entitled to just go into your office, steal the keys and then take off. Megan should definitely take this as a wake-up call. I can't see supporting their marriage after this. Not the asshole. He stole the car. Why on earth is your daughter marrying this man? He's a thief, he disrespects you and by the sounds of things has no funds with which to support himself. He wants what he wants and is willing to steal to get it. Your daughter is unfortunately doubling down by choosing sides, but a marriage to this guy does not bode well.
Not the asshole. He stole your car, man. It was a gift for Zoe, but wasn't hers yet, so the car is still yours. He asked. You said no. It's theft, pure and simple.
Info. Did you see him on TV any given Sunday? Did he win a Super Bowl then drive off in your Hyundai?
Not the asshole. Overreacting. My foot. Megan's fiancé committed theft, plain and simple. If Zoe had really given them permission to use it, then there's no reason she wouldn't have told you.
NTA fiancé who's broke, can't afford public transportation and bullied an 18-year-old to take her car. Your older daughter needs a come-to-her-senses moment. Not the asshole. He won't take $100 but will take a car worth $5,000. Ridiculous.
Info. Why did you get one a cheap car at 18, ADHD, the other a decent car? Not the asshole. Car was stolen. Plain and simple.
Not the asshole. Newsflash, if you need to be broke to save for a wedding then don't spend money on a fucking wedding. Not the asshole. You did the exact right thing. He and Megan need to know that behavior is unacceptable. If they are so desperate for a working car they can dip into wedding savings and either postpone the wedding or have a smaller ceremony.
Not the asshole. And please make sure you press the charges. If this was my daughter and some punk stole it, doesn't matter who he is to the other daughter, he faces the music.
Not the asshole. And I don't think the fiancé should be allowed independent or unsupervised access to the house anymore.
Not the asshole. He's a thief and clearly only cares for himself and has no respect for anyone else. Next time he does anything illegal, call the police immediately and give him no help once he's arrested.
Santa says not the asshole. He could have avoided a night in jail by not stealing a car that wasn't his.
Not the asshole. He's a thief and completely disrespectful. He asked and you said no. He took it anyway, from his future Phil. Megan needs her head checking defending him. Not the asshole. And he sucks all around. He's tired of public transportation so he's owed a car he can use. She is okay with him stealing. Not cool.
So he won't take your money, but he'll take your daughter's car out of the garage with no remorse, expecting an apology. Not the asshole. Hands down.
Not the asshole. He stole a car. He asked you, you said no. He asked Zoe, she said no. So, he stole it. He was banking on the premise that it is easier to get forgiveness rather than get permission. What was he doing for 10 hours? Was he at work the entire time? Or was he running around visiting friends and just being a dick? He knew when you came home you would be mad and he purposely ignored your call, and when your daughter called and told him you wanted him and that car home now, he ignored that too. Your daughter should read the responses you get here. She is a very entitled person if she thinks any of this was okay and that you need to apologize. They need to apologize to both you and Zoe.
Not the asshole. He burgled your house, stole a car and then acts like you're the bad guy. If Megan doesn't get her head on straight, she gonna be married to a criminal. Why don't they fix their priorities? Fix the car then get married. If your daughter keeps acting this way, tell her you will cut her off unless she pulls her life together. She's siding with a criminal and one day she gonna land in jail for handling stolen goods.
Not the asshole, he literally stole your car. He came into your house and stole it. Change your locks and don't give them a copy. Huge boundaries were crossed and they have such a huge sense to entitlement and need to be knocked down a peg. Not the asshole, your daughter found herself a real winner. But her defending his stealing the car makes them a perfect match. You needed to do this. He has no respect for you and for your other daughter. Now he knows when you say no, you are not fooling around. Don't go soft on him after this. The amount of nerve it takes for someone to do this means this guy is absolute trouble. I also would not allow him in your house anymore. He is a thief and can never be trusted.
Not the asshole, you said no and he didn't respect that. It's on him.
Not the asshole. He stole a car from a teenager. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Also badgering a 17-year-old into giving them her car is not getting permission.
Not the asshole, he knew he did not have permission from the owner. He stole the car, pure and simple.
Oh, so not the asshole. He is giving of so many red flags that I worry for your daughter. The fact that he stole, yes stole, your other daughter's car is appalling, and the fact that Zoe feels some type of way about his behavior is worrisome. Do not apologize and please update. Not the asshole, not at all. Megan and her fiancé are ours. He should not be allowed on your premises henceforth. He is a thief and Megan enables him. Tell Zoe he's not allowed in the house, and if Megan shows up with him, she can't come either. If Megan has keys, change the locks. Edit. Furthermore, if you had let this slide, he would have been taking the car for days on end. Not the asshole. He stole your car because they'd rather save up for a wedding than pay to fix their own car. That's not okay. It would be polite not to press charges, and he should thank you if you choose not to.
Not the asshole. No is a full sentence, and it's alarming that he would be so cavalier with someone else's property. They have no respect for your words or your property.
Not the asshole. It wasn't his to take.
NTA. Did it have insurance? Was it properly registered? If not, he could have gotten the car impounded and then everyone would be out a car. Or if it was insured but he had been in an accident, your insurance would have gone up. It wasn't his to begin with, and there are numerous reasons he shouldn't have. Not the asshole. No means no. Theft is theft. Press charges.
Not the asshole, this guy stole this car, straight up, and has the gall to ask for an apology. Come on.
Not the asshole. And since he is not apologetic, I would worry that he continues to pull such stunts. I would also worry about my daughters when they have contact with this criminal. And yes, somebody who comes info a house, steals keys and then steals a car under the complaints of the owner is quite the criminal. I would press charges.
Not the asshole. You're an awesome dad and you're not overreacting. No means no. No is a complete sentence. And excuse me, but he won't take money from you, but he'll swipe the keys from your office and take a whole ass car?
Not the asshole. This guy stole your car, period. You had already refused his request to use the car, so there really is no excuse for his actions. There is literally no possible way that this is on you. Your daughter's entitled fiancé has only himself to blame. You should definitely not regret standing up for yourself.
Not the asshole, and you shouldn't drop the charges. He stole a car from you. He bullied your youngest daughter. And he searched your office and completely disrespected you. That is extreme and entitled behavior. I wouldn't want him around my daughter at all. I would press charges in the hope that it ends their relationship. Is this really the guy you want your daughter to marry?
Not the asshole. Not related, but I think your daughter's future self would want her father to sit her down and give his opinion about marrying this guy.